Today on the Euro Truck Podcast, Overwatch post-launch maps and heroes will be free, the Hitman beta begins in February, and Telltale is making a Batman game. Hello and welcome to the Euro Truck Podcast with Andrew C.
And Jefferson B.
And Freelance Gamer. I'm trying to hold my breath.
I don't think
Freelance is trying to hold his breath for the entire duration of this podcast recording, so we're going to hopefully try to make this as long of a podcast recording as possible.
Yeah, just by saying your name, I don't think you were holding your breath anymore. I mean, I guess you could
out.
be, as long as you don't breathe in.
Hashtag
Correct.
Stand with Freelance. I stand
No,
with Freelance.
don't stand. Don't do it. It's a bad idea.
I'm
I'm
standing right
regretting
now.
this decision.
I am making an ergonomic decision at my desk.
Nope. No, I'm done. I'm just not even gonna do it.
Hashtag Freelance is
So I started that before we started the intro, and I was like, no, I'm committed. I should have started it once the intro had started, rather than sat here for a minute or like half a minute, like
Yes.
wait for it.
Yes, while everyone was getting their breathing out of the way.
Yep. Which is why Uber sounds like a seal.
I guess.
I was thinking like a goose.
A goose?
yeah,
What kind
goose,
of Goslings
true.
do you listen to?
Mm-mm.
I guess the Ryan type? Ryan Gosling?
Wow.
Yeah, it was a terrible joke. What can I say?
It was a bit
It
terrible.
happens.
So,
Only a little bit terrible.
So,
But this is not a celebrity news podcast
no, it isn't.
involving Ryan Gosling. This is a gaming
It
podcast.
is a gaming podcast. Gaming podcast.
Hey, it's
with,
done! It's done! The 3D print is done!
That's amazing.
Sorry, okay, for those of you who are not at my desk in my office slash studio slash library slash bedroom, I have been
Studio apartment.
3D printing this Raspberry Pi case for INDC for like 10 hours right now. And it's on my custom built Rostock style Delta printer, printing at 0.2 millimeters. And dear goodness, does this take forever. I went, left, got cookout, came back, it's still been printing. So, yeah, minor victory. It's done. Yikes. Now it's just for cleanup and maybe a coat of sealant or something to keep everything all locked in together.
Yeah, major victory will be when the Raspberry Pi actually fits into it.
Well, if it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you.
Then either there's something wrong with the printer or there's something wrong with the files that they provided.
Or there's something wrong with the Raspberry Pi.
I feel like the tolerances on that are pretty much identical.
Hey, you never know. You don't know, Jack.
So, getting into some news here, Overwatch is a thing, right?
Overwatch is the thing.
They said that, so despite the fact that the game is going to cost money to start, they said that all the post-launch maps and heroes and such will be free. So they're kind of going the original TF2 model, where you bought the game and then
Buy it once.
all the stuff was free afterwards.
But TF2 eventually became free after like 8
yes,
years.
you did. So
4 years.
It was not 4 years, was it?
I think it was.
I don't know.
I think it was like 2010, 2011.
I am
something like
not a
that,
good historian.
Which would be, which would give you your like 8 years now.
Can we get a gaming historian on the podcast at some point?
Let me go Google. I'm lying down.
We'd have to
Sitting
locate
up now.
one. But they were doing a beta and whatnot for the game. It was a closed beta for specific people who actually got invited in, and that beta has shut down now. I think that they're going to be doing some more beta test periods at some point, but the current one is done. And the beta forum is actually closed today at the time of airing. So if you are, if you've got some peeps over there who are all playing the beta with you, then say goodbye to them.
Right.
It's an interesting idea.
The Team Fortress thing is 4 years. It's
It was
October
4
9th.
years.
October 9th, 2007, and then it became free to play on. Wait, I just read it. I think it said June. Yeah, June 23rd, 2011.
Wow.
That sounds about what I thought.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been a while.
That's an interesting move to close the beta forums, though. That's something I wasn't fully aware of. Just the idea that, I mean, we are taking the idea of an NDA to to its highest degree at this point.
Yeah, a little bit, despite the fact that pretty much all of the gameplay was streamed. So,
Yeah,
Well,
that's because they
yeah.
learned from their previous like NDA fights where it was like, you know what, we're getting more views and we're ending up getting more people playing it because people are streaming it and people are watching it and getting interested, and that they learned that from Warlords.
right.
Mm.
So they went, you know what, like there's an NDA in the sense of like, do not share your account, you know, do not do a lot of things, do not share files, do not share anything that could be like disclosed out to the public in that regards. But as for like, if they wanted to, if you were like really making stuff off of it, like really making like things that were like hurting them, they could go NDA, get rid of it.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
It's a good safety net.
So that's all that we have about Overwatch, though, because Overwatch is still the greatest void of secrets Blizzard is currently holding. So, but moving on from that, we talked about also Hitman in the past, how that game got delayed, and that it would be coming out in March. Well, it has not been delayed again. It's got a beta coming up on the 19th of February, and that's going to be available only to pre-orderers. If you've pre-ordered the game, you'll be able to get access to that beta, and you'll be able to play the game.
It's a demo.
Yep, in the demo.
Basically,
Yep,
it's a
you'll be able
beta
to play
demo.
the demo.
It's a demo that probably is going to have some bugs.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's really the purpose, I think, of
Yep.
one of these kind of demos.
1 month out from release, we're releasing the demo with bugs. Go for it. Go have fun, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's a stress test. It's a multi-hardware test. It's their thing. They're allowed to do it. You know,
Yep.
more power to them.
So remember that game is releasing in parts. So part
Yep.
1 is the first bit that'll be out, and that's March 11th. Will be
Hey,
that.
that's my birthday.
And then I think you pointed that out when we talked about it last time.
Probably, and I'm probably also pointing out again for the second time. I don't play Hitman games.
Correct.
So I don't necessarily want Hitman for my birthday.
Talon, you play Blood Money. It's the best one.
I own Blood Money.
Play it.
I got it in a humble bundle,
Play it.
along with a bunch of Deus Ex games that I haven't played.
Play it. Damn it. It's too good.
Is it?
Not
It's
good
really
enough
good.
for me.
Okay.
If you
mark?
like video games as an art form, you'll love that game. Play the game.
Okay. Ooh, that reminds me. In the What Are We Playing segment, I have a really good one.
Go for it.
Hey, I understand. What are you playing?
I'm playing Euro Truck Simulator 2.
What else are you playing? Simulator 2?
Work Simulator 2015.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
right. The Andy's Got a Job simulator. I played
Right.
that too. I didn't get very far. I got to resumes,
Yeah.
and then I got to like cover letters, and I just gave up. It seemed very boring and tedious.
It requires waking up early too. I don't like it.
Yeah,
There's some
I feel
definite
like I would-
things that are like not good, like gameplay experiences from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yes,
I hear the graphics are terrible
It's
and the
got-
replay value is quite low.
Yeah, it's got some pretty bad reviews actually.
Although there is some kind of like online market thingy where you do like work and you can trade in-game credits for real money.
Whoa,
I'm not
whoa,
really
sure.
wait,
They're
wait.
pulling a
since when did this
Diablo
turn into
3
EVE
with
Online?
it.
Oof. When they turned this into EVE Online, that got weird.
Mm,
Even Diablo.
indeed. So Jefferson, what is your thing?
I actually I played Journey for the first time a couple nights ago, and oh my goodness, you want to talk about video games as art form? That game
is exactly
is
that.
gorgeous. And on the PS4, it just renders out beautifully. So with Journey, you have two commands. You can do a little ping signal, and you can jump, but only when you have like energy in your jump meter represented by the scarf that you are wearing. And there's sand and there's paper, and it's I don't even know how to describe it. Short of, oh my goodness, if you have not played this game, it took me 2 hours to run through the whole thing, start to finish. It's a multiple replays kind of game. It's definitely it ranks right up there with other platforming titles, and if it's not already on your wish list for Steam, it really should be. And if you're a console gamer, like a Sega console gamer, I don't think it's available on any of the Microsoft or Nintendo consoles. But if you have the capacity with a system that can play it, oh dear goodness, please just put it on your wish list. Wait until it goes on sale, pick it up, play it. and just love yourself for it. But that's what I'm playing. Kyle, what are you playing?
So at the moment, I'm going to be starting a XCOM Enemy Unknown playthrough, just because I haven't played through it yet, and that's one of the games I really wanted to beat. And then outside of that, actually, to get away from the video game side of things, I played a board game last night that's called Redneck Invasion.
What?
It doesn't exist. Let me explain something. I go to a game shop every Monday. I went, and this guy's been developing this game for a year. He paid a company to produce 2 copies, cost him $80 each, and he's beta tested it 3 times prior to bringing it to the shop last night. So I got to play something that 3 weeks from now is going to end up as a what's it called? Thing where you give people money to do things. Kickstarter. Thank you. Anyway, so it's already been like, let me put it this way. This game's been alpha tested, then beta tested, then beta tested, then I beta tested it. And then we gave some like feedback and critiques as to like how to fix things. But playing it like as a board game, it was an awesome board game. Everything's set up well. There's good comedy to it. It's good. It's like a good I wouldn't call it victory point system, but you advance through points, like levels kind of thing. And like it's a really good game with really good mechanics. Like everything's set up and simple. The rules are easy to pick up on, especially if you play board games. Like and it's really worth like playing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There were some things where we were like, oh, like you get to vote. Like you get to all have like seats in the city council, and that tells you how many housing permits you have. You use housing permits and money to build houses, which gets you more housing permits, or which gets you more people in your property / more money. Is the idea. And like the more people you have, the higher your level is. The more money you have, easier it is for you to make bigger buildings and better areas. It was really good. And the thing that was interesting was, so the city council side, Community 2 and I were playing this, and when city council happens, you all put in a bid, and you bid a certain amount of money. Community 2 had the most money out of all of us, but you have event cards that you get at the beginning of the turns that you can use at any point to affect other players. He goes and says, like, I'm putting down, and this is actually a lot for the game, like $30 out of like 60 he had. And he put, so like you all write it down and reveal it at once. So he put down 30, I put down 1 because I knew what I was going to do. Someone else put 25, and someone else put like 10. And then the first, second, and third person, so the top 3 people, get seats on the city council. Person in fourth gets nothing. I looked at him with an event card that says, I think it's like election shenanigans. And what the card does, and what the card did, was it would make it so that it would go, reveal everyone's thing, and then I as a player got to choose somebody. They lost the money that they put towards the election and get no electoral chairs for it, which means they get no housing permits. So I get to point at Community 2 and go, you. Nothing. And then what that does is, since I put in 1, I would have been 4th and gotten no point, like no seats. I got 3rd, so I ended up getting seats and housing permits because he doesn't count, so I'm in 3rd.
Nice.
So we had, and it was a really good game, and it was a really like well thought out and well developed. The only thing we did was, after we did that, so I did it to him, and then a friend of ours, James, also did it to Community 2 on the next turn because he happened to draw the card. We kind of went, hey, that card's a little broken. You might want to make it so they get to keep their money, but they lose their seatings, because he had to pay the money. So if he had said, I put all $60 towards having these electoral seats, he would have lost everything.
Right.
Okay,
So we were like, that might
weak.
need to change. But really, though, the game outside of like that was like a minor tweak, though. That's nothing.
Yeah.
And like it's like the game is fully developed and ready to go. The dude has like everything done, and he's like got it printed out already. He has 2 copies, so like he knows what he wants for like art assets. Like if you see it on Kickstarter, this isn't a guy, from what I can tell, I don't think he's going to take your money and run. And if he does, he already has the game built and he's lying to you. Like I've seen the game; it's finished.
That's interesting. That might be something perhaps we as Ghost Incorporated and the little bit of
I'm picking
internet
up
space,
a copy.
the little
Don't
bit of
worry.
internet space that we have, perhaps we could help this guy out and help make sure that we funnel traffic towards his Kickstarter.
Yeah, indeed.
Just a
I
little
think-
behind the scenes action. I think it would be really cool. I mean, I'm not asking for anything in return, but if we can, give him I know a lot of times on Kickstarters, different individuals will comment in like press quotes and things like that, so we can give him our little John Hancock and seal of approval.
Right.
That
The guy's
SD
name. Look for the name of the game is Redneck Invasion, and the person who developed it is Richard Gurley.
Okay. Does he have a studio at all that he goes by, or?
Not as far as I know.
Okay.
He just moved out to San Francisco
Mhm.
from New York City 2 months ago. So that's what
Wow.
started the conversation. And he tested it at Gamescape on Divisadero, which is where I go every Monday. So like,
That's cool though. That's definitely something to look at here in the coming days. You said.
yeah, I think he's putting it out. He said he's going to aim for about 2 weeks from now. He probably wants to do another test round or two at different shops to see
Right.
like how people think about it. But he also brought like free snacks to like bribe people to play.
I really look forward to this game. Moving right along though, because we've run
We have a
out
lot of
at this point, and we still got other stuff to cover. But last on the what are we playing? Mike, what are you playing?
I'm playing download the
Tutti Frutti.
updates.
Yes, that's right. Today, on the day that we're recording, Elite Dangerous, a beloved spaceflight game around the Ghost Incorporated virtual office space, because we all cohabitate on Steam, had an 8.1 gigabyte update to go hand in hand with the new Horizons update, which launched as of Tuesday, the day that we're recording.
It's
you wanna find us
still
there.
as,
We're pretty much always on.
as our recording. It's still not on Steam.
Oh, is it not on Steam? I thought I saw somewhere that it was on Steam.
No, it's not on Steam yet. The only way
Okay.
to get it right now is to go on their main website.
Gotcha.
It'll be
Okay.
on Steam sometime in the future, but not right now.
That's very descriptive development right there. Good
Hey,
job.
it's-
Good job,
no,
developer of whatever the thing is called.
It's okay,
Elite
Andy.
Dangerous.
They're British.
Yeah,
They're
it's what
they
they
are,
do.
it is. They are so British. But yeah, no.
So
I mean, I'm still not done updating my 5 gigs from Payday 2.
I'm so sorry, Mike. I don't know what to tell you. You have one of the best computers out of all of us, but the worst internet.
That's so true.
It's so sad.
So true.
But
In other because I'm Batman news. Telltale's making a Batman game apparently.
Telltale's
Oh,
making
yeah, I
a
saw
Batman.
that.
Okay, that transition because of Batman. Telltale's making a Batman game apparently. It's probably the best transition I've ever had. Can we replay that somewhere, please? But no, really though. It looks like they're making a Batman game.
That's cool.
I mean, it's Telltale. They're good at telling stories, and Batman has some really good story elements.
I haven't actually seen the teaser yet. Is the art style at least? Because if the art style doesn't work, then it's not going to sell.
I don't even think they showed any art style
Correct.
yet.
I think the teaser was that they're making a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something I'm actually looking forward to the most, because Telltale is great. Telltale's art style is very Telltale. It's very genuine to them, and that's cool, and they can do that. But if it's not that grunge Batman that all modern Batman fans have grown to at least know, not necessarily love, but if it doesn't jive with that, I feel like we could run into some fan friction.
So the last thing, we talked about Just Cause 3 in the past and how there was some launch issues, and apparently all that the developer could do was say that, yep, we're looking into it. That was it.
Hey, at least they're going. Hopefully, they will address it in a manner that is positive.
They didn't even award Andy for the best trailer ever made.
Nope. It was the best trailer ever made.
What was did we see the winner?
I don't know. I've got to look into it.
Mm.
Hopefully I
So
can.
you're just as bad as the developer. Good talk.
Hopefully I can do it without submitting a postcard. Since that's generally how you're supposed to get a winner's list.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
U.S. gambling laws, man.
Yeah, that one. That one right there.
They're a wonderful thing.
But with that, it is time to end. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Euro Truck Podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can show us by hitting that like button, commenting down below, and most importantly, hitting that subscribe button, where we'll
Don't
get
forget
all these
upvoting on the
things.
subreddit.
And upvoting us on the subreddit, liking us on the Instagram and whatnot. All these things are possible. My truck just crapped out, so I will see you guys next week.